conference will now be recorded.
Oh, all right, let's figure it out.
People can catch up by doing the minutes. You do the
One time supposedly.
One time, yeah. And,
So where is, where's David Lamb tonight? I mean, not where, but I mean, is this a one night thing?
Yeah.
he's, I know last time he was sick.
And we don't know about Will.
I do, but we're recording, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, okay,
I would expect he'll be back next time, if that's what you mean.
okay.
I mean, I would inform the applicant that we are at the minimum, you know, and saying,
Yeah, I will.
saying it's at their risk.
So we're already running.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it is Monday, December 8th at 7:04 PM. This meeting of Conservation Commission will now convene. First up, we have a request for determination of applicability, South Gulf Road for the town of Belchertown.
Evening.
Hi, Linda.
How are you guys?
Good.
Let me just intro the project and, okay. Thank you.
You've done this before.
I know. It's been a little while. You guys have maps and things? Okay, great.
Yes, I do.
Um,
I only have one copy. But
I also have a couple of spares here. So the DPW is looking to install a turnaround at the end of South Gulf Road. This would be for safety purposes. It's been years in the making. The dump truck, the plow trucks, the big Freightliner trucks need to have an area to turn around. Right now, the space that I'm proposing, that 50 by 50 area, is currently, there's some fill in there. There's actually a little bit of debris in there. Vegetation is briars. There's some small saplings as we get closer to the woodland, but this proposal would not require any tree removal. We would scrape it out, level it out. It would be a gravel surface once it's complete, and the area would be towards the woodland. I'm also hoping there's an existing swale on the other side of the road. This would be regular maintenance, but while I have the equipment up there, I'd like to dredge that and make that a little more defined.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
So that's the proposal.
So there's an existing area that's already gravel and you're just incorporating, expanding
Well,
that.
it's not gravel,
it's-
there's fill, it's not part of the road, but it is town property. It looked like somebody dumped some fill there. There is actually a little bit of debris. And over the last few years, it's turned into some briars. It's there's no established vegetation.
But there is an area there that you can already, a small area, I'm not saying it's big enough, but there's already, an area that's already sort of a gravel surface.
More in front of like the existing road. So this is more to the right of the existing road.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
And you're just expanding that.
right. And you can actually see some tire area, some travel marks where the trash truck goes up and tries to turn around. So I think this would benefit the trash removal, it would benefit the buses and the large, plow vehicles during storms.
And it's greater than 50 feet from any potential wetland in there.
Right, it's about 75 feet from the
75.
intermittent stream. Yeah, and there's no tree, look, the saplings are about less than 1 inch in diameter, so we're only looking to do a little scrub brush removal.
So that intermittent stream crosses Munsell or South Gulf?
Yeah.
It goes across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cart path that's now, it was an old, I guess, a logging road. And it looks like at some point there was actually a culvert that went under it, like there's a box culvert.
Yeah.
But right now it mostly runs down overland
Yep,
and
goes
makes its way.
across.
And we're about 75 feet from that location.
Less than 2,500 square feet, greater than 50, RDA is appropriate.
Any more? Yeah, go ahead.
That was my question is that, what is the minimum square footage where we require some kind of drainage plan for alteration, potential stormwater runoff? Is it 2,500 square feet?
2,500 square feet and 50 feet is the criteria for minimum for an RDA versus a notice of intent.
I see.
Stormwater is, ask her.
That's different.
Stormwater bylaw is 10,000 square feet.
10,000 square feet.
I was thinking we could still request that they put some riprap if they're gonna do, so the way the drainage currently kind of flows is it comes out of here and heads towards that way.
Yeah, towards the intermittent
Towards the-
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I was gonna say is, depending on the pitch, I mean, I'm sure it'll be pretty level, but maybe they could have a riprap barrier in this corner, just so anything leaving that parking lot doesn't go interfering with the neighbors
Yeah.
of that intermittent
Yeah,
stream.
just
Yeah,
a
which
little-
corner,
Um,
Stephanie, are you
I'm-
talking?
If you can see, if you can see my.
I think it would be the southwest corner, Linda.
Southwest. Yeah,
Yes.
that's where we
Yes.
were going to direct it.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
okay.
So some kind of a barrier there.
just a little
Yeah.
So like a riprap, something riprap-y to
Yeah,
kind of
Little berm.
clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's not,
Riprap.
this project is under the standards, but since we are talking about an intermittent stream, we could throw something in there to sweeten it up a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the only question.
Okay.
Yeah, we can certainly, you know, take more caution in that corner where the stormwater, what, the plan was to direct the stormwater there, and if you're asking that we can, you know, implement some sort of riprap and a swale area that makes sure it's clean before it gets any further, we can definitely do that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
All righty. Anything else from the commission? Anything from the audience? Hearing none. Wishes of the commission.
I move we issue a negative or a determination, whatever number is
We
appropriate.
got, what box do we have to check off, right?
It is jurisdictional, but will not alter.
So that's a -3,
And then also under our bylaw,
is a -6. So
Negative
is that a
3 and
motion
negative
for both?
6.
Okay.
it's a two.
Okay, love it.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
When do you think you're gonna do this, Linda?
Oh, good question.
Will it be this year or will it be next year?
Yes. Yeah, and to benefit this season of plowing, we'd like to get up there as soon as possible.
Okay,
We're, you know, we're into all sorts of weather things, but when I have time, I know this is a priority for my highway supervisor.
will they inform the immediate abutter there, the gentleman
Yes.
that owns the property?
So, right, thank you for asking. That is the plan, to reach out to him directly and just let him know, you know, this is the plan. We're on town property. He does have a hedgerow,
Yeah,
and a driveway that's partially on town property. We have
that's a whole nother
we have
issue.
no reason we don't need to go there at all.
Yeah.
So we will reach out and, you know, inform him and
Okay,
let him know that we have no plans of interrupting what's existing there.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good to
Okay,
go.
you're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you all.
Getting to be too often.
Next up, we have notice of intent for DEP 104-1124, continued from July 14th for 111 Old Sawmill.
Has Natural Heritage approved?
Yes, we have the turtle protection plan we've been waiting for, and Natural Heritage has already approved it.
Signed it on.
So
Oh, they
are
did?
all
Okay,
set.
great.
I move we issue an order of conditions allowing the project.
Second.
If I may ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So will the only conditions be basically that the turtle protection plan be implemented? Is that the basic condition?
Yes, on top of the standard conditions.
Okay,
Most of the biggest thing about the turtle protection plan, I believe, is the time of year that the work happens.
Right.
Time of year, the barrier, the sweep, doing the sweeping. We will have our standard conditions in there for work in the buffer zone.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything to the crossing. They're not replacing,
Correct.
they don't have to replace the culvert or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
so there will be additional conditions related to basically.
Just, yeah, the
Sediment
standard
erosion.
fertilizers. And
it's just interesting
sediment
about
erosion.
gates. It's like they had to keep the gate closed whenever, the construction
So
doesn't happen.
Yeah,
so
keep the turtles
Turtles
out.
won't sneak in.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Steel rubber.
Yeah, still. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Thank you, Ed.
We're just bouncing around. Next up, we are going to
Whoa,
do,
did we vote on that?
We didn't
Well,
vote yet. but-
oh, I'm sorry. So we have motion, second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None, passes unanimously. And tonight, we're bouncing all over the agenda here. Next up, we're gonna take a COC for 442 State Street.
That's grass up.
I don't know.
Who
It's
can
not-
tell?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it. So we have Vinny here. We do have the operation and maintenance plan recorded. I got the proof today, so I'm happy with that. So I would say the last outstanding item is not being able to see if there is grass growing under the snow. But all the actual operation and maintenance that was needed is done.
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm just in agreement. I had to review that. Client signed it. I think it's notarized and it's in good form to be filed, if it hasn't already been filed. And that's with Attorney Maynard, as far as I understand. And then as far as the grass goes, I don't want to call it, I can't characterize the size of the area, but I do understand from speaking with everybody that it's not a substantial area as far as cost would go to reseed if we found that we had to reseed. So we would have no objection to you issuing a compliance, whether you want to go with partial or otherwise, to just maintain jurisdiction over that grass, or we could certainly report back to your agent to determine, to confirm the status of the grass growing in spring. Whatever your pleasure is.
How big an area are we talking about? I don't know.
No, yeah, how big an area?
Don't make the parking lot, I would say.
20.
The building, about 90.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And it's only the bottom of the basin, the sides of the basin. I had him leave some trees to keep it stabilized a little bit, but the basin itself is, substantial. itself,
And
so,
that's, so it's seeding to the bottom of the basin.
yes.
Bottom of the basin, which
Yes.
half the time's underwater anyway.
Yeah. And they did, it's hydroseeded and it's straw.
I move we issue a certificate of compliance. A full certificate. I mean, hydroseeding with rye in it.
Mhm.
You got-
It'll probably pop in March.
It'll pop.
If it hasn't popped, it'll
Or
pop in March.
2 weeks from now when it's 50 again.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to warm this one.
Yeah.
I think we've got compliance.
Yep. So is that a motion?
Yeah, so moved.
We have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. For a
Thank
full
you.
certificate.
Thank you. The agent, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am going to ask right now, is anybody else here for something that's not related to Jason's Way? So everybody else is here for Jason's Way. Okay. So we have knocked out everybody that's waiting other than. Okay, next up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's why I asked. But,
Yeah.
if somebody was here for something quick, we'd get them in and out. Next up, we have notice of intent for DEP 104. Actually, there's no DEP number issued yet. For Mishi Moon Path, which is Jason's Way and Aldrich Street. For Jason LaFleur.
Is this a good spot or should I move it?
Bring it up.
People can see it. I know it's gonna be, yeah, challenging. You guys wanna just shift a little over
It's
here?
2 if you want.
That's fine.
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay, good evening. My name is Jeff LeBeau. I work as a professional civil engineer with Sherman and Frederick, representing Jason LaFleur on a proposed 18-lot subdivision in Belchertown, Mass. The proposed subdivision contains 3 parcels that will be combined. There's 2 current owners, and the total acreage of the parcel, of the combined parcels, is approximately 66 acres. Our proposed development is approximately 30 acres. Rounding off to simple numbers. If you look at the title sheet, C00, you can kind of see the different parcels broken up on this map. There's one little stub area that has frontage off of Jason's Way. We have where the word locus is, this larger parcel right here, currently owned by Michael O'Brien. And then this parcel right here, owned by Jason and his dad. So those combined are making up the subdivision.
So there's 2 parcels?
Well, it's really 3 parcels that are going to be combined and reshaped as part of the definitive subdivision process. And then at the end of the day, there's going to be 18 residential home lots and then a remainder of which 36 acres is going to be remaining, which is more or less this down here. It comes off of Ware Road, and then it abuts the back of,
And it's
it's the other way here.
90% of
Save
that
it.
is
I
swamp.
believe it's safe. Right. So I'll just go high level over the plan. For clarification, we did get the DP number. It came in late. It's DP 104-1128. So we did, I think it was a few days ago, or it was last week, right?
Oh, I didn't get it, so
You didn't?
I will.
Okay, so it came through our office.
Very weird.
I see
I
you
will-
guys got it. It was kind of weird because usually Mark Stinson issues these.
Oh, it was.
And it
someone
looks
else.
like they had another gentleman, maybe from a different office, Robert Vanderkar.
Okay.
He issued it electronically, so it's like a whole different format, but I mean,
And
it's
it's
the
got a
same.
lot of conditions on it.
Well, I mean, it's more verbose, but you know, we can consolidate it. There's 4 comments. And I can, you know, summarize and talk from those. I will get you a copy of that. One of the items, just so you know, because you probably saw an email from me earlier this evening at 6:30. Heather Comey, the wetland scientist, she delineated the wetlands in May of 2024. So our office survey located those earlier this year. Well, actually, it was last year, but we went through 2 steps already. We went through a couple concepts with Jason, and earlier this year in June, we submitted a preliminary subdivision showing the 18 lots, but it wasn't all flushed out as far as stormwater management, basins, et cetera, or soil testing at that point in time. So since then, we have conducted a series of soil testing by Neil Jackson. So I'll go over the existing conditions. We broke this up just so it's a scale that is easy to read. We have the existing conditions and the proposed conditions are presented at 40 scale. And essentially it's the northern part and then the southern part. We have a match line that kind of shows how the property is. So if you turn the whole thing kind of facing that way, that's just so you can kind of get your bearings.
So north is that way.
So north is facing this way. It's just, we presented it this way, so it was easier to lay it out in sheets at a scale that's from an engineering standpoint. So Jason's Way is here. These are the existing. And that first lot that I had mentioned is this kind of stub right here. The system is over here to the north, comes under Jason's Way. And this is bordering vegetated wetland series, the W series that Heather had. So tonight she did provide a set of data sheets for 6 data plots. So once you get a chance to review that, if there's any questions or follow up, we'll be happy to make any
Just sent it. It's
Just
already-
provide any additional data that's needed. So what we're showing is the 50-foot and the heavy black line. And then the pink line is the 100-foot buffer zone. And this is a mostly wooded site. The soils are actually decent. The soils vary on the northern side, the northern and eastern side. The soils are typically a little bit finer. And then as we get further down to the south, they get a little bit more sandy. So there's 3 wetland systems overall. There's the W series, which is mostly to the east. And then to the southern piece of the property, we have an isolated wetland down here to the south, and it's just over the local bylaw, it's just over 5,000 square feet. So obviously we have to represent that and treat it as if it's a bordering vegetated wetland. So the subdivision reflects that. There's also another series that goes over under, this is Aldrich Street, and actually this is pretty much the end of Aldrich. I don't know if you guys recall that area. It just kind of, there's one house here and then it's just kind of a dead end. Not quite a cul-de-sac, but essentially a dead end.
You used to go to Sabin and the beavers and dammed that up.
Flooded it.
Flooded it.
Yeah, actually, Heather made a note in her report when there was a beaver dam out there when she had delineated it.
I can't hear you.
But the blue line here represents the other wetland system on the site. So now I'll go over the layout plans. So again, what we're proposing is a road system, and it kind of does a little S curve up on the northern part. We tried to keep it as simple as possible, kind of dividing the parcel basically in conventional frontage lots for single family homes. Obviously, these are all going to be, well, maybe not obviously, but they're going to be septic and well. The green hatched areas, we have 3 wetland stormwater management basins, which function in 2 different capacities. There's functioning as detention as well as infiltration, because we need to get credit for both. So the orange is the road coming through. The proposed road will have sidewalk on one side. The roadway is going to be approximately 1,600 feet, a little bit less with, curved ends, Cape Cod ladder, bituminous curving. Jason and I kicked around different ideas as far as is country drainage really appropriate here. We went back and forth and we decided to go more of a traditional system for a number of reasons, primarily matching the existing subdivisions around here, also giving us a chance to not potentially flood front yards. But we do have mountable curb for parking and emergency vehicles. So what we have proposed is a set of catch basins, flanked catch basins, drain manholes, and then we funnel the water to a series of stormwater basins. So the first basin on sheet 201 is I'm going to say to the rear of lots M and N. And we do have 4 bays, and then this front portion of this basin functions as detention. And then the second cell or second part of that basin, which continues over here, is our infiltration part. And that means now we are able to get more than that 2 feet of separation from estimated seasonal high groundwater. Should I talk louder? I'm sorry. I know it looks like it's hard to hear. I'll try to project a little more. So on this sheet, on C202, which is to the south of the whole property, now we have the isolated wetland here. This is basin 1. Basin 1 can function as a full infiltration basin. We did not have to separate that into detention or infiltration. So this functions as both. The third basin right here is another linear basin. That's between lots R and then an estate lot. We have 2 estate lots in the subdivision, and they're both together right here on the southern end. And they have their minimum frontage and kind of have a stem and then flare out. And that was so we could utilize some of the area that's adequate for building a home to the rear, but also fit in our stormwater management. Because in general, the whole site flows from the north and flows south and east. So that's high level. We do have some disturbance. We are proposing up to around 2,100 square feet in the 50-foot zone. That's kind of a no touch. However, the reason for that is right down here, we don't have grade and we can't pitch the stormwater back. So what we're proposing right here is a water quality swale. So we have an inlet and then 2 twin pipes here coming under the road so that we have a water quality swale here so we can treat the stormwater before it gets into the wetland system.
You also have on the other end on Jason's Way, you're encroaching into the 50.
That's also part of, that is correct. And that's also part of the, because of stormwater reasons. So what we do is we have a high point right here at about 150 feet in. So we had to capture this water by 2 flanked catch basins. And then the way we're treating it here, because we don't have room for a basin, is a storm scepter. So we're proposing a storm scepter 950I, so it has the inlet and it allows for flows coming in as well as dropping in. And then it gets treated, so we need the minimum 80% TSS removal, but the technical data obviously shows a higher treatment.
Why don't you slide the entrance down a little closer to that western property line?
This entrance here,
Yeah,
we wanted to give a little more buffer from this neighbor.
you wanted to.
We did talk with her. We did talk with this neighbor in the preliminary phase, and she and Jason.
But we don't like anything in the 50.
I know,
You're in 50.
but in this one, it really is minimal.
And
And there's already infrastructure. So we were trying to.
what's already there?
This is over from the previous development.
Underneath Jason's.
So what sort of different?
So how do you justify the encroachment into the 50?
This encroachment?
Yeah. You're just nipping.
I think we would have to encroach we have shallow cover there to allow this road, to allow this entrance. Because the only encroachment is going to be one pipe right here, one pipe flared end, and then a riprap trench. The reason is because we need at least 2 feet of cover.
So
We go a little bit shallower, but we minimized it here because we're also using the storm scepter. So on the other end, on the southern end, we didn't have the cover, so we went with plans up the iron pipe,
alternatives analysis.
so we could accomplish the strength on the south end. Up here, we couldn't use the shallower pipes. So what we have is, because we still need to treat that storm water, we have to be 2.5 feet deep and then take that pipe out.
So if you, why don't you slide it farther to the west? The whole road system, the entranceway, just because you're trying to leave a bigger,
Well, it was
Gap
for a
between-
couple of reasons. We wanted some vegetative buffer here.
but you'd still
But
have,
even if I'm just talking out loud now, even if this road was shifted here, because of the profile and elevations, we'd be going higher in elevation. So we'd still be just on the edge, we'd still be within.
So
Just so we could bring it out.
you don't have an alternatives analysis in the file. And you haven't justified being inside the 50 yet.
on both ends.
Yeah. And the alternatives analysis, you need to show us, you need to demonstrate to us why you have no choice whatsoever be inside the 50.
So you can't take it based on verbal testimony.
Well, just because
Based on
it's easier
storm
does
water.
not make
Has
it,
to be near, has to be written.
Well, there's a difference between easier and impossible.
well, impossible. I mean, you don't
And
have to
that's-
do the project.
That's what you can explain in the.
You
written
need to,
alternatives.
why you have absolutely no choice. You have to justify it.
Well, okay, Ed, so for example, if he were limited via a planning board, well, a requirement for a setback,
Right.
okay, at that point, that would limit their ability to move the road as you're going out. So if it's an aesthetic issue, you're going to have a real tough time selling that one. But if there's a legal or, I'm going to use what, engineering
Well,
or?
they're functional reasons. I mean, I can clearly state that this evening. I understand we need to provide you the analysis, and we will do.
I mean, that should have been part of the package before we ever put you on. But that's another story. But yeah, I mean, you really do have to justify it.
This doesn't really pertain to you, but maybe it did. This crossing for Jason's Way, this is history, but there's a crossing there, and I believe there was a wetland replication done. And I was just wondering where that is. There was supposed to be a
I
wetland
don't
I
know.
believe it's behind that basin a little bit more.
over here. Just
Oh, that's north, technically, the north arrow goes that way.
Exactly where it is.
Yeah.
so you guys did it over there. So that actually, that the wetland on this side should actually be delineated too, because that's in the buffer zone of this. We need to have that on there too.
Over here, that's what David's asking about.
Is it?
What is it, isolated? or-
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
there
There's a small
was-
isolated
it was,
wetland?
it shouldn't be, it was a replication area for the wetland fill in the road along the wetland on the other side.
Oh, I see.
Just to be thorough. I mean, you could also, I mean, if you can move the road over a little bit, also you could use a retaining wall on that east side of the road, perhaps, and pull some of your alteration out. I mean, maybe you can't avoid it, but if you can reduce it, that's always positive.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it's all on that exit, that discharge pipe
Right.
that we need to just see.
We can, yeah.
See,
I mean, we do have some of the guide rail here too. We'll have to, I mean, you know, obviously the goal is to try to split it. We can look at what it's gonna do if we ship it.
So you've got a guardrail in there, the storm scepter.
Oh, I would think that there's some kind
You're
of.
trying
Well,
to-
the storm scepter looks like it's just outside,
Okay,
but again.
I don't see it on here.
Yeah, it's just because it's
Yeah.
small scale. The storms, here's that, here's the 50. And that's catch basin is the storm.
Or one that they.
you only gotta move it like 20 feet, right?
Less.
Yeah.
10.
Need to review the delineation or have it reviewed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is not gonna close tonight.
Yeah, so we'll look at that. And we'll report back, we'll provide the required alternatives analysis, answer these questions. And we'll review down here as well.
See what you, if there's anything you can do to, that's all a swale?
Yeah, it's a water quality swale,
Might be that.
Yeah, what's.
which is just picking up basically the last like 250 feet.
We got two conversations here. What are you looking at?
She's asking where the
Sorry, I
guardrail is.
was looking for the
The
guard.
guard,
I was wondering if you would
This
want
line
that.
type right here, it's the
It's a
it's
short-
the curved line with
Okay,
the
so it's
squares behind
pretty
it.
short.
Yeah, it's just to continue where it is existing.
Yeah, okay.
Just because it drops down.
Yeah.
For safety to wrap it and continue. If we do any continuation of that, that'll be in the 50, but we'll have to see what the analysis is like.
the sidewalk's on the other side. This is the sidewalk. You don't have a sidewalk on that side, but you have a swale over there, right? Or what do you, oh, that's the high point. I see, that's just a. Gotcha.
Swales on the other side. I just didn't know if you guys would want to see some kind of permanent marker where, especially where it's closer to the
Where the
50.
guardrail.
Right, that's what I was wondering. Extend the guardrail, if it's, yeah, right, because it's only that small section in the 50, so that guardrail could be the, serve as a permanent marker,
Yeah, well then,
if it can move
Let's see
a
if
little
we
bit.
can-
Well, let's see where,
let's see.
Yeah.
Sharpen your pencil. Has the drainage calculations, is the planning board having that reviewed by outside?
Yes, yes.
By whom?
Yes, we haven't received
Outside.
the peer review letter.
Is that-
The planning meeting is January 1st.
January 13th?
Correct.
Okay.
I'd like to see the wetland line, we get a peer review on that as well. We need to, at your expense.
Yeah, if you don't want to walk 60 degrees by yourself, we can certainly request
In the
that.
snow?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so
Is
we
that
have.
normal for all projects or just? certain
No,
ones?
just the size,
Mhm.
you know. We try to help out single-family houses and things like that, but when it's a substantial delineation. Hmm? What's
The
that?
other side. So that's just a water quality swale on the Aldrich Street side? Yeah, you got it up there. So it is within, the swale does go within the 100, but not.
It goes within the 50.
It
goes
does,
within
just
the
so we
50.
have some positive.
Yeah, I guess as
And
long
that's
as it's out of the
physically
20.
limited. I mean, unless we.
Yeah,
I
unless
mean, if
that-
we stayed out here, essentially this would just be like a linear, handshake.
Yeah.
And, maybe create like a little weir across here for overflows to go up and over, but I mean, the intended function is a shallow water quality swale, eventually getting where the water wants to go and where it currently goes, based on existing topography.
Oh, because this is a house lot, so too, this is not ancient.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this pile is whatever will go.
So there's no culvert across here? There's a low spot right in here, 501. There's a low spot in
I
there.
think there is a buried culvert.
What is that referring to? Yes, right, is that pointing to that?
Is
Yeah,
there-
no, we have it labeled. It's a
There's a
12-inch,
Yeah,
12-inch HDPE pipe.
Need to have somebody put that here.
There is the culvert, 12-inch. You got an invert here and then invert over here.
I mean, it's isolated, so it's still got the buffer zones and stuff like that. May or may not be isolated. The culvert there. You turned off the grades, you got the contours, but you don't on the other side of the road, so I assume that's downhill.
Which way?
Well, you don't have any
Oh,
elevations.
No,
on
none of
this
the
side.
elevations on this
So,
side.
I mean, I'm assuming that where did I see it?
Assuming it's draining away.
This culvert
Right.
is going that. And are there any
check out the size?
are there any wetlands on that side? Yeah, well, that's gonna be part of his drainage calculations. Whether that's adequate, they can.
Actually, that's water going to the property. That's water is leaking the property.
Yeah,
That's Stephanie.
it's probably best.
Not more than that, it's not drainage, it's now being directed
No,
at the property.
I know it's not labeled, but I can tell based on that. Shading, this is a local high. But this is a shed here and then this is a shed that way.
So,
Yeah, so this is in the low spot. It's starting off.
and if there are any wetlands on that side, we need to see them. Because that's buffer zone.
So that's similar.
Yeah. Coming down, coming off of here. Yeah, what's the treatment on the water going into the swale? Is there another storm scepter or something? Where's this water?
That one, that's just food, grass, water, an actual water quality still.
Okay.
We had the room to design it for the standards, but on the north side, we didn't have enough room to actually get a scale, so we had to put a.
So is
structural-
the, okay. So is, you got drainage coming down, which way is it going? This way or that?
And the road's crowned, so.
So is there a pipe coming out here? So, and is there no treatment? Just from, just into the grass wheel?
So, well, the treatment would be, stone checkpoints with the, so it kind of holds and road sediment, let it settle, and then continue.
Old Streeler technique.
Check it.
Is it true? My understanding is that no discharge is supposed to be within 25 feet of a resource area.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's, this illustration that you have here, this, you're not showing a 25-foot, and you're not showing where exactly the end of this water quality swale is. So the discharge of this water quality swale cannot be any closer than 25 feet to the wetland.
Right. Yeah, it ends with the contours tied back into the existing. Which looks like it's probably.
Okay,
Just
what
add-
page are you on now?
Yeah. C202.
C202.
So how much of the road is going to get picked up in that swale?
It's the last, the last, 300 feet.
So you got a break there? Okay. So where's
20.
is there a plan that shows
So
the
the actual picture here shows
utilities
lines.
more clearly?
Swale
or
actually
not?
extends
Is this it?
within 25 feet.
Oh,
Oh, I think that's the one.
Because you're saying it's 1,300,
That's a
I would
50
say, I would
foot.
say, yeah, I would say.
1,300, from 1,300 down goes into this.
Yep.
Okay, so the pipes show up on,
Dumping it in here with the-
pipes show up on
Discharge.
C302.
302.
And that shows some, the utility. under
So there's I missed this this detention basin over here. So that's going 14,
So
so,
grabbing everything, try to capture as much as we could within the slopes to grab it and push it into this basin. So that's why we had to create something for stormwater treatment. Yeah.
You may have to figure out a way, depending on how the drainage calculations go, you may have to find a way to infiltrate that.
Prior to any discharge
Yep.
and keeping it out of the 50. Bringing it-
Well, more than that, keeping it from going across the road through that pipe. One under Aldrich.
I don't know. This one, it's coming down here, it's going into this system, going under this pipe, going into here.
So theoretically, you're going to increase the outflow from this across the road. Now you're sending stormwater across, off the
No,
property.
yeah, we've already managed that. That's how this is. Well,
So you reduced,
the peer reviewer will.
That's,
Yeah.
that's why I qualified it.
Yeah.
so you're,
Helps, but
I said, I don't want to commit to that without the calculations, but
you're picking up some of your drainage that's coming this way and discharging it in there. So
That's why the south end has so many things, because we're managing it. So we designed it so that off-site, there's 4 design points of stormwater that we manage for pre and post conditions for the 2, 10, and 100. We also verified, we're obligated to, that there's no offsite flooding impact. So that's our professional statement. The peer reviewer may have comments, and then we'll address that as needed.
Great.
So when is the peer review expected back?
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
We only have a month, so I hope within the next week or two.
Why we're gonna, well, a month
Because
before
the
you,
month before the planning,
right, but they can also continue. They don't have to close on the 13th.
they do not.
No, no, I mean,
I would fully expect this to go into January, maybe even February.
Yeah, our first meeting with planning is
Yeah.
the 13th. So,
Yeah.
We understand it's a larger project.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, David has, my colleague to the right here, has asked for a review of the wetland boundaries. So it's going to take a while for you to get someone to go out there and review the wetland boundaries, is it not? And, go ahead.
we're getting somebody to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Somebody's doing it for us.
right.
but-
There. Exactly. And I'll be candid, I mean, irrespective of the review, to look at the stormwater management plan and then the review of the stormwater management plan is not a 20-minute task.
No, I realize that.
Okay, good.
So just a question I had. So for the peer review, you guys are requiring, you'll find someone to check Heather's law. But are you also, I assume the peer reviewer for planning is also reviewing for the stormwater.
For
management.
drainage,
Yes.
for the drainage, yes.
Yes, they
I
do.
just wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That they're not hiring
whatever.
another engineer.
No,
to
no,
do
no,
drainage
no,
for
no,
conservation.
No,
Whatever,
no,
whatever
that's why I asked if planning board was having,
Because I don't want to go with any other town, but that has happened to us.
No.
I don't think it was planned that way.
these are
Yeah.
two separate
Yeah,
issues.
yeah.
We're gonna take the peer review from the planning board is having done for the drainage, and
Yes.
we're relying on that. And then they're
Actual resource here.
just to confirm the wetland boundary.
Thank you.
I'm not doing a 60-acre site
No,
Not
David?
just the
Not
two
just-
of us.
for nothing.
Yeah, not with the
Okay.
temperatures.
I do anyway. Yeah,
I understand.
no, it's standard, and we do it for bigger projects. We do it for bigger projects. We don't do smaller projects that we can look at in a couple of hours. This is a day, day and a half, 2 days worth of work. I don't get paid enough. And we're not saying that there's anything wrong with the line. We just want to have it confirmed.
Okay, understood. So I'm all set with my, high level, the presentation. Obviously brought up some valid concerns. We'll be getting to capital.
Okay. Are you gonna say something?
Yes, but you can go ahead.
No, go.
No, you can go.
So I was just gonna ask them if they had any more questions. If they don't, then
Do
it's
that-
still on
no,
you.
Do that first.
So, rest of the board have any more questions or concerns?
No, you have all the guidance you need for what we're looking for with an alternatives analysis. I mean, I think you laid out most of that rationale this
Yeah.
evening, but just to put that on paper and stuff so that we have it.
Document.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree.
You're up.
I was just gonna say that our next meeting is January 12th and then the 26th after that. Whichever one we think we'll be ready for. Probably not the 12th, but not up to me.
I would do it. I would assume you're gonna be ready. You're gonna have information to us by the 12th of January.
I believe, yeah, we can provide our the alternatives analysis. What I'm concerned about, we'll have to talk to Jason, is having Heather look at other wetland areas. Because that's going to be separate than the peer review of the one.
Yeah, you need to,
So,
you need to do that delineation and then we'll have the peer reviewer review it.
so what we could do, Jason, is we could set it for the 12th, and if we don't have everything by
Yeah.
then, we could ask for continuance.
Yeah.
If you want to proceed that way,
Yeah, that's
we're
fine.
ready sooner, we can go.
Yeah, we just might have to be someone else. Might not be
Yeah.
Heather.
Is Heather,
Heather's not back at work yet.
So I'm okay with that, and then if we need to, we could ask for continuance.
okay, that's fine with me anyway. Was that it from the board? Okay, anybody from the audience have any? Yeah,
Yeah, I live at 277, which is two houses, the very last street, house on the end of the street. There, and I'm just wondering how this estate. Behind those, the two houses, and the street, my neighbor and I,
So can you show me where you are?
on Aldrich.
I don't know.
I can't really tell
Shows
from
it.
looking at this.
so down to the west. Here's all the.
No, she said she's at the last house in Aldrich.
The last, there's two houses on.
So way up, yeah, way up at the top.
Right, so but there's talks about this estate lot going to the back.
Over next to Sylvan?
If you
Yeah,
go down
over here.
Aldrich
No,
Street,
before the,
it's where the road terminates now, where it's
Yeah, okay.
discontinued. So we're on that side, and I'm looking at this estate lot back here, and I'm wondering, how does this push drainage down behind my neighbor's house and my house?
So there's houses beyond. Okay.
Yes,
Right, yeah, I remember.
there's actually three houses.
I remember.
Four houses.
Yeah, is
It's
it-
like
Now-
a drive's across the street,
Now I remember.
and
those.
there's two houses over here and one house across the street.
So
Here
the
is-
question is stormwater, how that impacts your property?
Well, if you're now putting in a lot behind,
Is there
how
another
far
sheet
back is
that
it
shows
going,
the
and where
rest
does
of
that
the
push
lots?
drainage?
Are those estate lots shown fully? Is there another sheet that shows it in?
Yeah, the dimension.
Or is the 202 basically the?
Well, this is just a filing for the road, so it isn't a filing.
Show all this.
so all that's actually gonna be in the.
This
Take
is-
that. Right there.
Does it show on this
Okay.
one here?
This one? What's that?
What is this? Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it just
what's-
doesn't show.
Yeah, that might be
the-
better, yeah.
That's-
Because, well, this shows the full
This is all
extent
gonna be left,
of
it's just gonna be wetlands.
Yeah, I think
of this
that's
flag.
that's the idea, but.
Yeah,
That
the house
one-
is right
And then the
at
one
the
to the
top.
left of it,
Yeah.
That's not in the state.
Yeah, so this is
Next
basically
to it.
hundreds of feet away from
This is-
where any potential development would be.
It doesn't even show our
Yeah.
lot, so it's kind of confusing as to what I'm actually looking at.
Yeah, well, that means it's not getting impacted.
Okay.
Because if it
It's
was
not
in
close
100 feet, we'd have to show it. You're notified because the back, you're within 100 feet of this actual boundary,
Okay,
but there's no
She's-
engineering or surveying
Yeah.
showing your lot, and this is no disrespect because the project work limits are all over here. And
that's fine, that's
basically,
why I'm asking the question.
no, I
just want to
appreciate
understand.
it. And you're pretty much protected because you're buffered by the actual existing wetlands, we can't touch those.
Mhm.
And we have to make sure our stormwater is managed before we touch it.
Right.
Or I should say before the runoff through project site gets to the well. That's our job as civil engineers, and that's what the peer reviewer makes sure we did it right.
Okay. And I think it's a
So I
valid
would say-
question.
Oh, yeah, you've got, yeah, I remember your lots. There were, yeah.
Yeah, there was enough going on down there as it was, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there was talk about opening up Aldridge again.
Huh?
There was, when this was the filing down here for these lots,
Right.
there was talk about whether or not Aldridge could be continued all the way over to Saban. That was, you know, it was only 25 or 30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen now. Not meet the bridge crossing standards.
Well, the Beavers,
There's still telephone poles sticking up out there.
Hmm?
You can still see some telephone poles.
yes,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was a.
Oh, then-
It was a travel. It's a beaver
Did
hadn't
it
gone to
connect at one point?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah, it connected.
Caused it to- it flooded out.
Oh, yeah, no, that went all the way through to 7th Street.
That's before. Much before.
I don't even remember it,
It
but
was
I know
before
it did.
me.
Well, I've seen the remnants of the road, so. I don't.
You can still find the road on the other side.
Yeah, the road's still on the other side. But it's been discontinued.
Okay.
Anything else from the minutes?
We need a
Hearing
motion to
none.
Continue,
Yeah, we do,
Oh, you do?
don't we?
don't we?
Don't we what?
Need a motion to continue?
Yes. Well, that was where we were headed next, but we wanted to make sure we had exhausted everything we need to do
I'm
tonight.
exhausted.
It's only 8 o'clock, Matt.
It's been a day.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I make a motion to continue to January 12th.
Second,
Okay, we have motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
hopefully we'll see you on the 12th.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All that missing stuff.
The planning board has requested comments too. I'll just include what we just talked about, but if there's anything, you can review it first or anything else to add.
Yeah, I'd sure like to see the review of that, of the stormwater plan, you know, from the engineering. firm.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really.
And the road's
all
going
that
through
interested
here.
in, you know,
It's just
I'll pick the asphalt is and so on and so forth.
Yes.
But I do want to know about the drainage.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's all wet.
That's wet. It's in Meadowpond. Oh, my God, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
It's your
With the
baseball.
fancy coat and the baseball.
We don't need to be concerned
You look
that
like your
anything's
cap.
being compromised. So
This is another revenue that's coming down in a different direction. Peer review will take care of that.
You can, or you can, yeah, you can sit if you want.
There's a lot of missing stuff. It's a change.
That means it's good.
It's okay.
So
I mostly highlighted the important stuff that was
So the
missing.
abutters list, that was-
Yeah, I didn't get the proof of notification. but I know they got it because I talked to the abutters.
Anyway, they
Yeah,
have an affidavit.
I think, yeah,
Yeah, they have an
yeah.
affidavit. Now what are we doing? Oh, yeah.
We must be looking for COCs, I'm guessing.
What's that?
Said you were looking for COCs?
So, this
Actually, it
is,
looks like only one.
yeah,
Yeah, the board.
yeah, they were all filed together.
Okay.
So this is this plan that we've been looking at.
Excuse me.
So this is the one, the green is highlighted as the 50-foot. Everything I circled, I didn't see some of the blueberry plantings, and there's been more planted since I was out there.
And the boulders are where?
So the boulders are these little
Inside of 50.
symbols.
Why didn't you put it at the 50?
They're really
They're
close.
That's not
And
close.
I mean, I don't know if you've been down there, but I was telling, I mean, it's hard for a rabbit to run through there, never mind. And we were trying to pull tapes.
We're a wetland consultant.
So there, I mean, the rocks, some of the rocks, they don't show some of the rocks either. I don't know how accurate these rocks are.
Yeah,
Who did those? Who did those?
Sherman and Frederick.
yeah. Well,
So wait a minute.
okay.
So what was the limit of work? The green line or the yellow line? So we have our permanent markers behind the limit of work?
I've never doubted a plan from them before, but it does seem a little odd. It seems like things aren't exactly shown right, maybe.
How many beers does the guy
They
have
don't
when he's
survey
putting
every
in the
rock.
rock?
Yeah,
And-
they didn't survey every rock.
I mean, there's a big rock right here, pretty close to the house.
I remember going through this. This was an area of concern, so
Mhm.
right from the very beginning. But it works down here, except for that.
So, what was this?
So I circled those.
So we
blue-
moved this back. There was a stormwater.
Yes.
Right here.
This little cloud is a basin. That's
So we
back.
moved this back.
Okay,
I planted some more blueberries in here.
okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
So the only part that really is contentious is whether this, I mean, and if you think that the survey's off, have it double checked. I mean, if there are boulders up here, which are actually your boundary, but these are not, these are other ones that were in there. I mean, it was an old gravel.
Oh, it
pit.
was
They were-
terrible.
Yeah.
It was,
It was a
Mounds.
mess anyway,
There were
but still.
mounds, piles of.
Yeah.
I remember.
Mhm.
I don't forget.
I mean, I don't,
I
and
know this part is right though. This
Is
little
that,
notch
is that right now, or has that been corrected?
What, this?
Right now.
That's,
That
this
little
is right
notch.
now.
that's,
Yeah.
so it does
It
that,
doesn't
or does
follow.
it goes that?
This is moved up.
You correct.
Yeah.
And can you move these boulders back up?
I mean, they're huge boulders.
Well, you got a tractor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the neighbors, I think they'd freak out. I mean, this is all grass now. I mean,
Well,
and I don't want to bring
now-
Sarah's name up, but she okayed all this. She said, "Oh, we're good
Without a survey?
with this survey."
She's not the commissioner.
Yeah, but
She's not here.
she doesn't get a vote.
Oh, I know.
So what about this? What about this if we put, redo this line with new, some sort of monumentation, permanent markers, and just leave the boulders where they are? Don't fool with them. Plant a few more blueberry bushes.
Yeah, because I did plant from here down to here.
So if we do additional monument, don't use these boulders as our monumentation. But reestablish a new line. Know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. So you're saying plant a whole new line of blueberries on the line?
Or a fence, you know.
I would go with a fence, because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you plant blueberries, people are gonna wanna pick them. If they're gonna wanna pick them, they're gonna wanna mow behind them. And if you mow behind them, now you're beyond the limit of work anyway. So you're either gonna put your blueberries like 6 feet out in front of the limit of work, or you're gonna do a fence.
Or you can move the boulders.
Or you can,
This area off too.
Yeah, I didn't find that rain garden, or no, I didn't find those blueberry plantings. But I guess they've been replanted
And she's
now.
putting a shed.
I mean, if you have an issue with that, call me and I'll come work and I'll tell
So
you.
she filed for that?
I think I know,
Yeah,
I
if you
can
wanna
really
go.
find them even when they're little.
Even in the
Says she
snow.
has
yeah, if you
permission,
wanna-
so-
Well, not in the snow. If they're covered, they're covered.
You know of any
How big
permission
are
for
the
a shed?
blueberries?
Huh?
How big are the blueberries? Oh, so
Yeah,
the
those
snow
are
might
gonna be,
covering
they
that.
could, that could
Okay,
be
because I
tough.
didn't see. Yeah, so,
This person is putting a shed back here. Do they have a permit for it?
it's a minor exempt activity if it's out of the 50 and in existing mowed lawn.
A shed is.
But I haven't personally
Okay.
talked to her, but
So
that's
I
what
assume
I've
it's gonna sit
heard
on
has
top of the
been
ground.
talked about.
It's considered movable, I guess. I don't have anything to do with it. She just told me when I was planting blueberries. She was putting a shed there.
So I think I mean, if you want to put new monumentation up at the 50, leave the boulders where they are and let it go natural below it. Or do the planting that's necessary below it. And then, I think that would take care of that issue. A fence or other permanent options.
Or a line of shrubs that aren't fruit.
Yeah. We'll prove that.
I don't know. Is that where it was supposed to be?
I don't know.
Is that
it
what the
is
approved
weird.
plan showed?
How about if I do, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna like a fence there, but how about if I do like bird houses bluebird houses every,
It does look weird.
On
No, it is
posts.
not. No, it
And-
still has to
and
be
mark
the
and
same, right?
label on it permanent.
Yeah.
40
so like,
Yeah.
I think bluebird houses are supposed to be 25.
Either that or the
Right.
house is
The
moved.
house is moved.
If the house moved, then,
What do you mean? Did the house move?
well, we don't
Just
know.
looking at this.
Well, it looks about the same.
Actually, well, no, not necessarily, because I'm looking from this front wall out to here, and it looks bigger here than it does here. I think the house got pushed back.
How about the? distance?
Scale it, I bet you're gonna find that house got pushed back.
Might have.
There was-
This is bigger. This is just
Where's the house?
yeah, that's not an actual
well, that was-
house. This is the actual house.
That was your footprint.
That's just like these,
That
this
was
is just
They're just
rectangles.
right there.
Yeah, but they're just rectangles, but those were the approved rectangles. So if the rectangle moved,
So you are closer here than you are there.
but I think if you scale it, I think from the edge to there and the edge to there is gonna be different. That's what it looks like to me.
They're gonna have a permanent marker right 2 feet off of their back.
Yeah.
Basically, they don't have any lawn there.
She's got a shed over here.
Yeah, right now they have the width of two mowers maybe on that side. And then I mean, it goes straight, you can see the elevation. So, I mean, it goes
Yeah.
straight down
Well, right now they've got 2 mowers. Where
Better
those
not
go.
go there.
in between the house and the rocks.
But not the 50.
No.
So yeah, I mean, it would be best to move the rocks probably, but
So he's Mark is suggesting instead of a fence, that they put posts up with blueberries, with bluebird boxes on them.
And then markers on the post.
And markers on the post saying it's do not disturb. Stealing from the hotel.
I don't know, I'm concerned that if the limit of work is that tight, that they're gonna cheat on it anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we either have to do something very definitive.
But what's to stop them from, they won't take bluebird houses down, but they probably will take the fence down. I mean, what's to stop them? Who's going to go out there and say,
Oh, you can see it from the road.
you can't, but I mean, who's the enforcer?
Some people don't
I know.
Like the mailman,
Huh?
forget.
like the mailman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, somebody's created their own problem. Who built the house?
Spent a lot of time with, starting with Erica, Heather, right through Sarah, marking these stones, where we're gonna place them. I mean, we just didn't place them. We measured from these.
So did Sherman and Frederick?
They did it after we did. This
Why didn't they mark out the 50?
Yeah, I wonder if this wasn't, the date on this plan is August.
2000.
End of August this
I
year.
wonder,
Why?
what's
the date on that?
this is like 20.
October of 21.
I,
That's still during COVID, but now it's.
I wonder if we go back out. I wonder if.
It
we
might-
can still
a
find
field
some
inspection
flags and
might-
Measure, literally, I didn't bring a tape measure out there. I just was like, yep, there's some rocks. But
I think there's still flags out there. I mean, I'll do whatever the commission wants. If you want a fence, I'll put a fence. I think
we could,
two-bird houses would be more attractive, but
could remeasure and to confirm.
Well, I mean, I doubt if Sherman and Frederick is wrong.
I normally would agree with you, but this plan, some things just seem a little wonky.
Well, I just for starters, I'm looking at the offset from the front wall to the front line here, and that's by eye, this looks, this is a bigger gap by eye than this one.
If you didn't have that 50-foot line staked out by Sherman and Frederick during construction, then and you're just relying on a tape measures off the two flags or off the tree in the front yard.
yeah, and that's what we did, so.
I mean, that is your real sticking point, is that one spot right there. I mean, everything else, you've got room to,
Right, the other lots have more room to get.
So you got a transfer waiting on this? Okay. So okay, so we're not hard pressed to get this done tonight. I'm thinking with this might be waiting till spring.
I just want to get it done before.
Might be easier.
Sunset, and 10 years from now, they go to sell their house and they don't have a certificate. of
After
Yeah.
this week, this ground may be so frozen that nobody's gonna get a shovel into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we appreciate the effort. It might be better to wait till spring to see how the blueberry plants do and stuff too.
yeah,
You won't know that until about the 1st of May.
but again, you're not waiting for transfers and.
No,
Yeah, that was the main thing I was finding out.
The lawyers
If something
are-
was waiting on this.
But you could. I mean, but everything else, this lot,
Yeah,
that lot are okay.
it's just this
Just
area
that
right
one.
here.
What is this spot?
But that's been corrected, you're saying. So that needs to be corrected on the plan. If you want to have Sherman and Frederick double check the calculations, but I have a feeling they're right.
It'd be cheaper for me to put up a
Fence.
17-foot fence.
But you're gonna have to have a 50-foot,
Right.
you're gonna have to have that
Have
stake.
it shown.
How accurate are those pin flags on the wetland delineation flags? You know,
These,
yeah, those things, yeah. I mean, are they plus or minus 2 feet? Or are they, I mean, you can stand there and say
Today-
this is,
Today,
With GPS?
today they're within 3 or 4 inches.
Three or
Yeah, they're
four
within
inches.
inches.
okay.
Used to be.
Was a-
Used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, it used to be a lot different, but, I mean, these flags are in brush. I mean, it's hard to walk to them.
Oh, I don't know.
So I don't know how accurate they are. They must be pretty accurate, right?
Well, when they surveyed them. they
Yeah,
were
4 years ago.
Mainly, you only gotta find 3 of them.
But still, that line should be staked before you put the fence up by Sherman and Frederick for you. So there's no question about it. You don't get into this. That's what I would recommend. You can try to do it by the seat of your pants. And then I can talk to you about it again. They're gonna have to document it. Because that plan has to go to the registry of deeds, with the permanent markers.
All right. So bluebird houses or fence?
What's our normal distance between permanent markers? 25 feet? So 25 feet, you can do bluebird boxes or a fence.
Okay.
Or movable.
Okay.
And bigger
I'll be
tractor.
back in the spring. You're right, I should get in, but mark it 25 feet.
Yeah, in the future, but, right, but we need this plan revised.
Yep.
Anyway, too, so.
Right. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, you're
thank
welcome.
you.
Good luck to see you, Mark. Sorry to beat you up, but I haven't changed. Stephanie, if it's possible, for the next hearing, because we're gonna have members that aren't gonna have been here and they need to review the minutes. We're gonna need a set of minutes for this hearing.
Well, probably also, this could be hitting YouTube as soon as tomorrow. Sometimes they get turned around
Oh, yes.
24 hours. I would link them directly to the YouTube.
Okay. But
That
yeah,
would go a long way to getting them up to speed, what transpired at the meeting, at this meeting.
You can watch these meetings in perpetuity.
Yeah, basically. They're all on YouTube.
we don't get a chance to edit them first.
Nope. Nope, I've seen them,
Yeah, they're posted pretty quick.
I've seen them turn around in less than 24 hours. I've seen them on YouTube, our meetings. And not just us, selectmen and planning board, all of them.
So that's through Belchertown TV.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but they're actually uploading videos to YouTube of the meetings.
Yeah.
So you can go right to
Yeah.
YouTube, punch in Belchertown Conservation. You're gonna see could see the meeting as soon as tomorrow. And if it is, if I spot it, I will send you the link. You can get the link to everybody that's not here tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's fine for me.
I can still prioritize this set of minutes over the others, but that's still a good idea. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll see. Things are starting to slow down just a tiny
So
bit.
wait a minute. Why the discrepancy between this and this?
Amazon price went down the day I went, and the next day I went to order. But I haven't gotten the invoice yet, right? No, but
So that still says 64.
I just didn't update the rest of it.
which one's right? The one in the front or the one in the?
My edits are right.
Oh, Jill's not unhappy with it. That's-
So, oh, yeah. Well, the invoice, I haven't gotten the invoice yet, but it will, at least that'll match.
So it went down 8 cents,
Yes.
12 cents.
And this is for,
That's for the Jackson on South Gulf, which I don't have in paper yet, but I'll still have you guys sign.
What, the
because-
$5,000?
Yes.
And what was that for? Survey.
So-
it looks like the survey for the
Yes.
Rock property.
Yes, that was never done. Sarah worked some magic and got the Jackson property to close without a survey. And it's still ongoing.
And are we
Is that
waiting?
gonna bite us in the keister?
I don't know.
Which one is the one where the turnaround is?
That's Jackson.
That's Jackson. But that's been surveyed now.
Yes. Yes, there's pins and flags out there, but I don't have a paper copy or a hard copy of the survey plan yet.
Okay.
But that's what this bill is for, is that survey?
Yeah, well,
And so
yes,
Randy did,
the labor of the flags and everything, does it mention a hard copy? I don't,
this is Jackson.
yes,
It's got CAD drafting.
so
It
maybe,
doesn't mention a final plan.
no. I don't know what I think the proposed total was higher than 8,002, so maybe that's just invoice number 1.
The Upper Gulf Conservation Area, is that property that we're gonna own, or is that just a CR that we hold
We own
in
it.
Kestrel?
We own it.
Okay.
Kestrel holds the well,
Kestrel
that's not
holds the CR.
finalized yet either, but they will hold the CR.
So this is Upper Gulf Conservation Area Survey, but it was really Jackson?
Well, it was
Yeah.
formerly the Jackson property.
Ah,
Formerly, Jack-
okay,
Yeah.
but now we're gonna call it the Upper Gulf
Yeah.
Conservation Area.
That
And
plus
that was-
the
that-
Dubois
that
land on
was
the other
Mark
side
Jackson's standard.
equals the upper goal.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
It was his property?
Jackson and Neil, their brother.
He and his brother, yeah.
And what, the town bought it from him? Okay,
Mhm.
here we go. That's this thing then,
Yeah,
Yes,
up here,
yeah.
or
No,
all of
It's
this?
the yellow.
Oh,
actually.
it's this
It's
year.
everything to the left.
Yep.
That's not house lot.
Oh, yeah, that brings up a very interesting little quirk, doesn't it? We don't deal with that.
What's that?
This
Well-
corner of that
It's
property is
encroachment.
actually in the middle of this guy's driveway.
Dude,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and get this, it's going to take an act
Well,
of
the
the
CR is
legislature in order to get,
finalized,
to transfer that little
and
bit.
that's maybe exactly why you don't
And I would-
do
property
a
owner, so that
survey
he can-
before
he
you
can
close the
formally
property.
His driveway.
yeah. Well, the encroachments up there have been.
Is anything that
talked about
involves a
that.
transfer of conservation area.
Yes,
Oh,
that's because this
you're right.
project has been
Yeah, yeah,
ongoing
There
for
was a
this.
shed
Act
down
of the legislature.
You
That's
know,
still an issue too.
I think it's like
I'm gonna,
60% of the.
wow.
so Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. So one of the things that when we get our new administrator, I've been saying this for a while, but I'm actually gonna make it happen, one way or the other, is in the future for our COCs and our parcels. I'm gonna want a commissioner going into the field with the as-built, as well as the approved plan, and actually doing on-site comparisons to pick it apart, if you will. Because I've seen way too many job sites where contractors are going in and they're just willy-nilly putting everything in without any reference to the plans. And unfortunately, I have noticed in the 25 years that I've been here, 26, whatever, it's got to be closer to 26. We've been issuing COCs simply based upon the grass is growing it up. And it's not, I don't think we're doing ourselves or anybody else any favors by just rubber stamping these things
Yeah.
without a real world comparison that they at least got close to what they were supposed to
Yeah,
do.
I mean, just like the last one, and as-built plus the approved plan overlapped. I mean, there may be we've got a lot of them out there that don't require an as-built.
Yeah, but as we move along, I think we need to make sure that moving forward, they all do. So, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's my thought on the subject, is that we need to really, if this is the plan we approve, they need to make a real effort to actually achieve what we approved and not just put things where they feel like it after we sign on it off,
Yeah, yes. To a point, I guess, you're right. I think, the order of conditions is sort of a, guidance or intent, right? I mean,
I think it's a hard contract.
It's hard, but like 6 blueberry plants and I only count 5.
I'm less
Right?
worried about that.
Right, but I mean, I think I would be careful at how restrictive and prescriptive we get with going out and doing those assessments, because I think we may create more headaches for ourselves without any real additional benefit to the land.
I think this house moved on this last one. I think the house was moved.
Mhm.
It was not
Right.
where
I'm
we
not-
approved it.
Yeah,
And the 50-foot isn't where we.
right. And that's a unique thing and definitely worthy.
But those are the
totally
sorts
agree
of things
with
I
you.
think we need to be looking for.
But the fact that they established where the 50-foot line was by Erica and Sarah going out with a tape measure and say, oh yeah, no.
Right.
No, and then that we required an as-built, the as-built shows they're off, they're off by 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
But I do think, even though it's more work for all of us to get out in the field, I think that's important to help, have more on-site information to share with the rest of the group. Right?
I mean,
And then we can we can take latitude. We took latitude tonight.
Right.
The hydro seeded, the winter rye isn't up yet.
Right.
Let's just.
Right. In practical terms, we recognize
they
that
put
the
hoods
impact
on,
is,
they got the operation.
But you know,
addressed, right?
and if we really have a problem with that in the future, we can deal with that with an enforcement order.
Right.
That's,
It's the bottom of a detention basin. It's not like- So,
in some cases I've seen, we approved a plan with this size culvert, and yet now we have this size culvert. And the culvert was calculated through the drainage calculation, and now we got something completely different.
I mean, if they size up, right? I mean, it's good. If they size down,
Yeah.
that's the,
Well, even sizing up can be a problem if it drains a wetland.
well, it's true, yeah.
well, if there's a culvert going in.
It depends on which way that.
Already a restriction anyway, so.
Where are you guys at with the interview committee search?
We had them, we did it on Friday.
We're down to 3.
We're down to 3 and we sent them off to Steve.
I have been told that I think we're still going to, I won't say that we're going to get final approval, but I think we are going to get a chance to at least see what the choices are and give some input. I don't know how that's going to work. I have no idea.
We've already done it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But so when I was done on Friday, I had to go over and see Steve. And in my conversation with Steve, he kind of indicated that we will still get to see all three, I think, before the final selection is actually made. But I don't know how much, whether we get to choose or we just get to review it and give our thoughts. I'm not sure on that.
Well, if we're trying to make a deadline, we don't have another meeting until January.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I don't know how it's gonna work, honestly.
think-
I don't think he thought it through.
I think you guys would be happy with the three.
Well, of one of the three, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway, I don't, Steve, you're not saying too much. I don't know if you agree with me or not on that or not. I don't know.
On the
I think you have
COC,
thoughts on it.
on the COC?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're saying.
Maybe I've countered it too far, but it seems,
Well, we
in the past, we've just been issuing COCs because literally the grass is growing.
I mean, I think there should be more engagement with the commissioners in getting out there. I totally agree with that.
Well, I just, at this point,
And we need to have the as-built plan, or we need to have the approved plan, and then the as-built plan that there is, we need to have it. Sometimes we don't have it.
Yeah. well, I get it. If we didn't require it as part of the initial, we don't, that's it.
Sometimes the files have been underwater for 10 years,
Um,
and they're not.
I am, that is what it is. I mean, we can't alter that, but, as of late, after the last 4 or 5 years, we've been pretty good about making sure we're an as-built and part of the requirements.
Do you, when you issue the order of conditions, there's no is there a 3-year term on those or a 5-year term or
3.
something?
3, but you can get an extension.
Yeah. That's not typical, on the ones that seem to go on forever that were 10 years ago, it's just, at some point, it just kind of fell off the radar and.
Some of them have expired.
Yeah.
And we're allowing people to finish the work with an expired order. I don't know. I mean, we can do it with an enforcement order.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some various things, but technically it's 3 years plus extensions if you get them.
One of these.
But I think
The minutes, right?
I think the one on State Street was,
442, the one we did tonight?
442, I think that had expired, right?
Oh, yeah, that was from like
It was long
04 or
expired.
something.
And they were doing routine maintenance to fix the detention basin like they were supposed to have been doing. But they were also doing things like putting the hoods on the catch basins and recording the operation and maintenance plan.
Yeah.
That should have been done
Years ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, they get tired of getting beaten. And we just said.
I agree.
So anyway, that's.
We got good compliance with that.
Yeah.
And hydro seeding, I feel good about that. But yes, we need to have the approved plan to look at. We do the certificate of compliance at least. And whether or not an as-built was required, we don't usually require an as-built for a single family. But you go out there and you go, okay, this is the wetland, this is supposed to be 50, that's supposed to be 75, this is 40, that's 20.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for.
I have one last question on the survey.
Yeah.
Do you know just that when you contract survey services, do you typically get a survey that's geo-referenced? Like you could bring it into ARC or something like that, and do you require that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We
Kestrel probably, if it's a standard operating, I'm sure Harold Eaton can do that.
Yeah. We started just with our properties, if we have the opportunity to get, a fresh survey done, right? And to just have it geo-reference, just because 10 or 15 years from now, when you're going out and doing the monitoring and you can't find this pin or this shotgun barrel that's in the, to have.
He must be in Mary.
To have, at least some georeference points or something that you can get in the ballpark, right? Or kind of just help with those issues. I was just curious if that was a service that these guys did, because some do and some don't.
Yeah, I don't think we requested it,
Yeah.
so.
Well, Castro probably would
Yeah.
if it stayed in the yard.
Don't sign it yet. We haven't
Sorry,
voted.
sorry. I make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The bills are paid. Let's see, anything else? We have, in our paper pages tonight, we have a proposed list of, meeting dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They look good.
Well, I've already found one problem.
town meeting is usually the third week of May,
No, second.
second.
So let me give it to you this way, just, if I explain it to you why things are the way they are, then you'll never forget it again.
Okay, hopefully.
It used to be flipped. The election came first and then the town meeting on the third. But what happened is that all these newly elected selectmen would be sitting at the town meeting and they'd be asking about these warrant articles and they know nothing because they're brand new. So it was actually made sense to flip it. So the town meeting came first with all the incumbents on the stage that could answer the questions.
On the second week of May.
And then the election is the third week,
Okay.
third Monday.
So you're saying the election does not impact our meeting because technically folks have whatever, 10, 12 hours.
So not the way you have it on schedule, because you have the meeting on the,
Third.
Monday.
yes, you have the meeting on the third Monday, which would be the local election day.
And that's okay.
And
Yeah, that's
so-
fine. That
yeah,
works.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's fine.
Okay. So I
Uh,
have that right, but what?
So no, and I said we probably will not need the December 28th meeting.
Yeah.
We normally do
we
not have a
normally
meeting
don't.
unless we're really jammed up.
Yeah, well, like this year it fell on the 22nd,
So,
so we were like,
You know,
scratch
if,
that,
if you get to
but
Thanksgiving and you see that our workload, then
it's light enough.
then just
Leave it for now.
So
but-
is the 23rd before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
The 23rd would be before
Before.
Thanksgiving.
Similar to this year. And
So
we
that
did-
would be the week of Thanksgiving.
We did that this year.
We did
didn't
that this
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
That works.
Yep. No, so yeah, that November 23rd would be the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, so if we, I don't know, if we only want to meet once in December, would we do it on the third week? That's not Christmas, is it? On my phone.
I think the third week
No,
would
the
be,
14th would be
the third,
fine.
third week would be the 21st, so that's,
I
Do you
mean,
think the 21st is iffy?
so, I mean, here we are, we're meeting on the 8th.
I think it's kind of
And-
a mistake.
Well, we're meeting on the 8th and we're not going to meet again till,
Isn't that 21 days till January 12th?
is it,
Yeah,
you let me know if somebody actually walks through the door with an absolutely complete filing.
right.
If you can't find something missing to say your filing
Put
isn't
it till-
ready to go yet.
Yeah,
and also the 21 days, what happens with the 21 days is if we don't have a hearing within 21 days, they've got a right to take it to the DEP.
right.
Yeah,
And what
It's-
percentage
It's not,
actually?
it's not rubber
Yeah.
stamp. And
Yeah.
so
yeah, it's not.
Most people, most consultants, are usually happy to get something.
So are we scratching the December 28th date then? December
More than likely,
28th,
more than
26th?
likely.
Yeah, okay.
Not, are we waiting until we get closer or are we doing that now?
I mean, some meetings, you know, 20 years ago, we were actually going meeting on the fly. We didn't even plan them out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
No,
helpful.
we stand,
me.
we first, second and fourth.
Well, yeah, we were the second and fourth, but we never had anything all mapped
Written
out there.
plans, yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm sure.
2 or 3 weeks out, she'd say, well, in 2 meetings from now, we're not going to have anything, so we may as well just cancel it. She would do that occasionally.
And she was looking at the legal ad
Yeah,
deadline and would put the legal ad in and then get the full submission even after the legal ad came.
Oh, that's stressful.
Yeah.
She chose to do that herself.
So this just, I'm organized and
Yeah,
I
no,
need to
no.
look at it.
No, it's fine.
So
Other
I know the
commissions will
deadline.
do that.
And it's helpful for folks to know.
We don't need to vote on this, do we?
No,
No.
no, no.
No,
It's just
unless
a
you have
discussion
any-
item.
Yeah, questions,
As
comments,
is,
concerns, just
so
you
you
have it.
also got this draft thing, I don't know, is the letter that actually went out for the Eversource project.
No, so that went out.
Wait a minute, so this
This
is,
is
I
the
see my
next-
signature on it.
Yeah, I'm using it on the, because it's the same. So this is for National Grid for January, but I wanted it now. I wanted to be able to have something while we're together.
So this
It is-
is the one we've already done and we're just applying it to the new one.
Basically,
Did you make any changes in here?
yes, yes.
Like the names, EA, the number?
Yes, I changed the EEA number in the name. So, yeah, the first bullet point's the same. And so the Eversource project didn't actually have anything in a resource area. The National Grid project does.
What do you mean, didn't have anything in the resource area?
It was all buffer zone, wasn't it?
Oh,
No?
Christ, no, there's plenty of wetland
Crossings
impact.
and-
Oh,
Well, this
yeah.
one will actually, I counted 11 poles that are actually direct impacts for the National Grid.
Right,
So anyway, but yeah, bullet point.
but I mean,
number
we're
one.
only, for the most part, we're only dealing with one single landowner.
Yes, literally.
The
It
Commonwealth.
is only the one.
Yeah. And the whole thing is in a single watershed.
Mhm. Yeah, so I mean, the comments are basically the same. You know, I did,
These have to be in before our next meeting, right?
right, that's why I
We
wanted to
didn't get
have
an
Yeah.
additional
something.
extension on that?
No,
Not yet.
No, I think that is an extended.
Yeah,
date.
because it
January.
was supposed to be going
It
in
was-
like
it was
next
like
week.
today.
Or yeah,
Yeah, now it's
it was
January.
supposed to be going in like now, yeah, or in
Yeah.
a few days.
So stormwater standard, natural heritage is pretty standard. So
Um,
the last bullet point on the first page is new. They don't really tell you.
So as I said, this is a much more extensive project by my reading than the Eversource, in as much as just about every single structure out there is going to have to be replaced.
Mhm.
And the old ones removed. So this is a much, much bigger, there's going to be a lot of disturbance out there.
Well, and it's hard to, maybe the similar amount of tree cutting too, they don't really quantify it that well. They say sometimes the right of way is 80 to 100 feet, and sometimes they want it to be up to 125. So it's hard to tell. This would probably be a similar amount of tree cutting
It's-
as Eversource.
If I may,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is fine. It's a shot across their bow, just tells them, you know.
Yeah, with our
We're
name
watching.
there.
We're paying attention.
Yeah.
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 There you go. Gets us on the main.
Right, and they do already know of it. They know passes through Quabbin. They know they need to do stormwater. They know they need to file.
My one suggestion would be on the first sentence to switch Eversource with National Grid.
Oh my God, thank you.
yeah, well, that's why I thought this was just the Eversource going out.
I can't keep them straight. It is supposed to be National Grid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the other
It's-
one is National Grid, the one we
Yes.
still have in front of us.
But yeah, I changed the title. I changed the EA number.
So, I mean, one of the things, so the Eversource one is just simply vegetation removal for 99% of it, except where they're putting down swamp mats and stuff for access.
Yes.
This one is actually going to involve real construction.
Yes, well.
So,
the-
I mean,
the
I mean, it
removal-
is.
The removal of the existing poles is, right, and just the.
No, they're
the-
still, a lot of those are steel structures,
Well,
which are on concrete pads.
Under.
The removal is exempt.
Under the Wetlands Protection Act, the routine maintenance of the poles, and that can be replacement of the poles,
Mhm.
going from a wooden structure, an H frame or whatever, the lattice work, whichever ones you're talking about, and to a solid pole. that can be done under an exemption.
Where they're steel structures on concrete footings
But
and
the
pads,
concrete footings is a
That's
different
exempt.
story.
even under the local, for stormwater purposes.
I don't know. Well,
Well, it's disturbance.
well, it's still, I'm not,
It's not
I
exempt
don't,
from
I don't know
stormwater at
about
all.
how the exemption applies to the bylaw. I have a feeling,
It's the
I
same,
think I
yeah.
think all exempt projects are still exempt.
Yeah.
under the
Even-
bylaw. But that's
So
all.
if,
So the
if they have to put in 100 by 100 foot, I mean, if they have to put in a 30-foot by 50-foot concrete pad under each one of them, that's impervious
different.
surface.
Yeah, that's different.
But that isn't what,
I mean,
A couple of them, a handful of them need concrete footings.
well, I mean, from what Doug Beach was saying, they're going, I mean, I worked on that last line that we did and replacing it. And what they did was they just dug a big hole and they put a pipe in.
a big pipe.
A big pipe, you know, an 8-foot corrugated pipe vertically. They backfilled around it. They stuck the pole down inside it and they put stone in around it.
These,
inside it.
and yes, the Eversource line is giant pipes, but these,
But apparently.
these are like erector sets.
The old ones or the new ones?
Well, the ones that are all cantilevered and all the different arms going all different ways with bracing and everything else is what these look like.
Existing.
No, what's going in,
Okay.
just much bigger than what's there now.
So that's
Much
the
taller, much
difference.
wider.
That's the difference. If they're replacing it in kind, it's exempt, but if they're bigger.
They're gonna
probably
be,
not.
oh, no. So everything that's going in, because they have to increase the height clearances, they have to increase the horizontals, both the vertical and the horizontal separation of the wires, of the cables.
If they're still working on the same line, and it's basically the same structure, similar structure, could be bigger, because we took out a lot of small stuff and took the same wires and lifted them up and put them on a higher structure and a more substantial structure. So I can't tell you exactly.
I don't know if the wires are changing or not.
Yeah.
I know, but
I
they're
think
talking
they
a
are.
tremendous, I know they're talking a tremendous increase in line voltage.
Yeah, I think the wires are changing.
So you got
Which
to-
that part is like
Yeah.
exempt.
I mean, but
I think
there's exemptions under the Wetlands Protection Act for routine, keeping these things and actually replacing the poles and not in kind. All across they're doing work up in the Berkshires, and there were these lattice work structures that were put in the 30s during the Depression. And you go along and you look at them, there were 4 legs that came down, and none of them were connected to the ground. They were completely shot, and they came in and they replaced them with towers.
Yeah.
And that was all exempt. They didn't really change the wire. I mean, yeah, they actually do change the wire. So,
Pouring a concrete
So-
foundation, I don't know.
but pouring of concrete,
Yeah.
Doug Beach said they're replacing all those old structures, even the ones that I put in 10 years ago. With new ones that are.
Yep.
And, as I said I was not impressed with getting an electric bill after watching their operations.
Oh,
They put in, half a mile of swamp mats.
I would say just
5 deep
as-
across
if
the
you make
deep
any
marsh.
revisions, just keep. it
And then
straight.
they go to the end.
I will
And they'd
one more
replace
time
that
before
pole.
they're due, right?
2 years later, they'd come back and do one
Since we have 2 folks
halfway
missing tonight.
instead of doing all of them, all of them work at once.
Yeah, I have,
Anyway, that's just me.
Okay, I think that's
I
it.
think that's it.
Are we done?
Oh,
I think so. Let me
just
just,
one piece of mail.
oh, we got a piece of mail from Grid, no less.
Oh, great. Yes.
Annual maintenance.
Well, it's the wrong time of year to be putting, well, no, not necessarily. They could put it down right now. Herbicide treatments. No. I mean, not typical, but
This lasts for the.
if it's a pre-emergent.
This lasts for 2 or 3 or 5 years. It's the year, they don't, they have to report it every 3 to 5 years. that they're
And this is National Grid, so if anything, that's DCR's problem. Anybody else want to read this? Probably not. Okay, it's the end of the year. Thank you all for another year.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
Same to you.
and all those other good things. Oh, yeah. I haven't even thought about it. So-
Same. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I got some fabulous cookies for you guys.
You did?
Yes. Thank you for all your time. Here's some cookies.
If John Clement had been here, you had cider too.
Hard side.
So, thank you, Steve. I know, I think I heard you weren't planning on coming tonight.
No, Matt.
Oh, no.
Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Oh, it was Matt, okay.
Thank you, Matt,
Yeah.
for coming so we could actually do business legally.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I said it last time. I was supposed to be hosting a birthday party.
See you next year.
My apologies.
I did it last time.
May we leave?
Okay. We need a.
Yeah, we haven't voted yet.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, the meeting will be open in perpetuity.
I move we move.
Okay, we have a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. We are adjourned till next year.
Do you want to, don't we get